Acceptance doesn't mean I want to stay here. Acceptance means this is where I am, and now I move on to what I want. Andrew Matthews. Acceptance is not about passively staying stagnant. It's about acknowledging reality as it is and using that as a springboard for growth and progress. Acceptance allows us to move forward, not stay strapped in the present moment. Logic will tell you if I accept this rotten moment, I will be stuck with it forever. In fact, the reverse is true. Acceptance allows you to move on. So often, when we hear acceptance, we may unconsciously think that it's over and we are defeated. Acceptance doesn't mean you have to settle. It doesn't mean you settle with what you currently have. Not at all. Acceptance is not a negative. It is a beginning for your new life. Why should we accept acceptance? Because it's so exhausting to fight back at life and our present moments instead of just going with the flow. Acceptance isn't giving up. It is recognition that this is a part of my journey. Very often, it means right now I have no idea why this has to be a part of my journey, but I embrace it anyway. I need it to be here. Doesn't mean I need to stay here. I hope you see a difference. You may have heard this quote many times before. You are exactly where you need to be. Trust me. This quote annoys the fuck out of me. But maybe, just maybe, it is right. Think about it. When life is good, things are going well, you love to hear this quote. However, when life is tough and things aren't going your way, you hate to hear this quote. Remember, you are exactly where you need to be doesn't mean you are where you want to be. Need and want are two different things. Need is something that is necessary for you, short or long term. But want is something that may not necessarily be good for you. For example, you want to have a couple of $1 million, but perhaps it may not be good for you as it could create bad spending habits, and you may attract the wrong people into your life and eventually cost you happiness and contentment. Sometimes, what we desire isn't necessarily what we need for our ultimate well-being. Acceptance helps us differentiate between these desires and real necessities, allowing us to focus our efforts on what truly matters. It doesn't mean you shouldn't want to strive to have $1 million. It means you can have $1 million when you're ready, not when you think you're ready, but when life thinks you're ready. That's why trust and faith is so important during tough times. Accepting our current circumstances, even when difficult, requires trusting that life has a bigger plan, even if we don't understand it right now. This trust can be a source of comfort and strength amidst challenges. You have to trust that life has a way of working itself out magically, and it'll put everything together perfectly in its own timing. I know you may not like your current circumstances, but trust that this is exactly where you need to be at this very moment. You don't understand why, but you should embrace it anyway. That's why acceptance is so important during this process. Because 9 out of 10, you won't really understand why you need to be in this situation. For example, in my personal situation, when I graduated as a mechanical engineer a couple of years ago, I just wanted to continue working, but because of my circumstances, I have to go back to school. It's not what I want, but I have to. I didn't understand at the time, and even now I still don't fully understand why. But all I can do is to accept my life completely. I say to God, I say to life that, hey, I don't understand why, but it is okay. There must be something good in this current moment. And obviously, I can't comprehend it right now. But I know at some point in the future, I believe that things will start to connect. So until then, instead of fighting back at life, it is much easier for me to accept my current circumstances completely. Acceptance may not improve your situation right away, but it is a starting point for any change to happen. It's the foundation from which we can start making positive changes. When we stop fighting against what is, we free ourselves from the resistance that can keep us stuck. We free up energy to focus on creating the future we want. Without acceptance, you would keep fighting back at life, and you would continue suffering unnecessary stress and anxiety. When you fully accept your life as it is right now, you free yourself from anger, bitterness, and resentment toward life, the universe, or God. When you realize that everything is perfectly as it is right now, you not only stop blaming everyone and everything, but you also start feeling sorry for yourself. You become calmer and more peaceful. Now, instead of feeling apathy and helpless, you'll begin to feel courageous and hopeful. You stop taking full responsibility and start making changes for the better. Before acceptance, more than half of your energy is consumed by negativity. But once you accept your current reality, you can now use your energy effectively to improve your circumstances. It's true that you are exactly where you need to be. Hope can feel grating in tough times. While we may not be where we want to be, there are valuable lessons and opportunities to be found in our present circumstances. It's all about perspective. If you look closely enough, you will always find that you have more blessings than misfortunes. Acceptance is not weakness, but rather a powerful tool for finding peace, perspective, and the strength to move forward. Acceptance is a powerful tool for navigating life's challenges. It's not about giving up, but about gaining the strength and clarity to move forward with purpose and hope. My friend, no matter where you are right now, please trust that you are exactly where you need to be. You don't have to love it. You don't have to like it. You just have to accept it. Because trust me, you won't be here forever. And sooner or later, you will arrive at your dream destination. So until then, accept whatever life throws at you and never forget to enjoy the ride. Hey, I hope you enjoy this episode. Thank you for choosing to listen to my podcast. I love doing this and I do it in my spare time. And your ratings and reviews would mean a lot to me. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. And until next time, never stop believing in yourself and always be your badass, authentic, genuine self.